Well, hello again, YouTube. This is my second mod review. Yeah! Stepping up the ladder. And if you haven't guessed by all these completely full chests, this is a very large mod we're doing today. And it took me a long time to set up, so I hope you like it. So many tears are in here. I cried into the chests, and they overflowed, so that's why I had to make so many chests. This entire row is over here are all my tears for filling all these. I'm lying. Okay, well, the mod is called... It's a bunch of weird stuff in the name. It's ain't doing strong. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? It is TheMadCrafter's Ores Galores V2. Okay. So, here's all the ores. I'm going to just go over... Yep, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to break them and show you what they turn into, because some of these don't turn into... They don't turn the same thing. So, here's citrine. I'm on creative. Okay, there's citrine. Turns into ore. That was quartz. Turquoise turns into turquoise ore. Yeah, this is the crystal. These will be extremely used like a crap ton throughout. Kunzite. Yeah. Didn't mention aquamarine. Amethyst. Forgot to check that one. Zircon. That's actually the same name as my go-kart brain. Zincite. I feel like, yeah, most of these turn into, ores, but, so, erythrite. Nugget. Makes a nugget. Nuggets, you will see what those are used for. Pink opal. This is used to make fairy something. It's like made to make fairy ingots. Fluorite turns into a nugget. Fire opal just stays. Chrysocolla is the next Coca-Cola. Okay, just makes an ore. Then black mica. This is an extremely heavily used thing throughout this entire thing. Like, I got tired of having to keep filling my inventory with it, and I just, yeah. Hydrochloride turns into ore. Azurite, ore, fool's gold, turns into a nugget, I think. Yeah, nugget, that's what nuggets look like. Sturmanite, oh, that was a sign. Turns into nugget. Silver makes a nugget. Nether volcanic rose turns into nether volcanic rose ore. Netherite zircon turns into netherite zircon ore. That was deathite ore turns into the same thing. It spawns in the end if you can't tell. Oh yeah, all these ones like that spawn in the end. I mean, nether, this one is end. Black mica, it makes black mica chunk. Nether fluorite. Wait, didn't I already do that one? No. Makes a fluorite nugget. Nether hydrochloride makes crystallized sapphire. Makes crystallized sapphire. Crystallized obsidian makes crystallized obsidian. Crystallized fire makes crystallized fire. And these can all be used, burnt, to make their like corresponding crystals. An exception, I think it might be an exception. No, yeah, and this one makes an ingot instead. And I don't know. Okay, so let's start from here. Okay, here's all the ingots. Here's the pick mold used to make all picks and some other things, but mostly picks. Zircon, volcanic, arctic, reinforced iron, reinforced diamond. It's basically just normal diamond just with this. I'm only going to do the picks. All the tools are the same, just switch the top stick. Oh yeah, and instead of using sticks, use reinforced toolbar. I'll get to how that's made in a minute. Just make the top reinforced thing a pick mold, or the corresponding mold to that tool. Yeah, so reinforced diamond, reinforced gold, obsidian, azurite, sapphire, chrysocolla, citrine, if you know those orange colors, aquamarine, hydro sword mold full. It's made from the hydro liquid, and these are simply made by just smelting the corresponding crystal to make the liquid. There's tons of these these kinds of liquid stuff, and yeah, you just have to smelt the corresponding crystal. Like I said, here's the hydro sword mold empty, like right here. It's 3 hydrochromium crystals in the middle, 2 reinforced bars in the bottom left corner, then black mica chunks. Here's the dark silver sword, like this. These are dark silver ingots, and then a reinforced toolbar. Again, we'll get to all that. Okay, here's this sword. Fire opal sword. Wait, no, I'll start here. Silver sword is silver ingots. This design. Dark sword uses crystallized obsidian. The fire opal sword mold full uses fire opal crystal up here. Fire opal sword mold empty. And fire opal liquids in the corners. Then the sword mold, fire opal sword mold that is used right here, is made like this with the mica chunks, then fire opals in the corners. Oh, my eyes, my contacts are killing me right now. Oh my gosh. So here's the chrysocolla sword mold full. It's chrysocolla crystal, then the chrysocolla liquid, and chrysocolla mold empty, and then reinforced toolbar. Toolbars are the long ones. The short ones are just the reinforced bar. You make this mold like this. It's just this is how all the sword molds are made, just with the corresponding liquid in the corner to the sword. Yeah, and this is basically the same thing, but with zircon crystal and zircon liquid in the corner, like that. Here's the volcanic sword mold. I'll show you what these are used for in a minute. We're not there yet. There's a lot of stuff in here, because check. Yeah. Check. I'll show you exactly how much stuff is actually in here. Yeah, all this stuff. It's very complicated, and connecting to one, connecting to another, and all that. It's complicated. Yeah, here's volcanic sword mold, volcanic crystal, rose crystal, volcanic rose liquid, sword mold, then reinforced toolbar. And you make the mold like this, and yeah. So here's the other tool molds. Axe mold is made just like this. It's basically making the tool itself, but out of black mica chunks completely. Here's the shovel. Here's the hoe. I need my black mica chunk hoe. Yeah, so here's the aquamarine chest plate. Yeah, it's like this. I'm only gonna do chest plates for the armors unless they're complicated things, which there actually are some of in this, but they're for the most part pretty simple. So it's just the crystal in the shape of normal armor. Here's the crystal mold, which is used to make zincite, chrysocolla, zircon, fire opal, azurite, volcanic rose, and crystals. Yeah, all those crystals. It's made like just making a diamond out of black mica chunks. And to make those into the crystals, you just put the corresponding liquid on the sides, as you would here, and just put the crystal mold in the center. That's the armors. Yeah, all the armors, they're just armors. If you don't know how to make them, you don't play Minecraft enough to know. You don't play Minecraft enough to need to know. So, exotic chest plate. It's crystallized obsidian and like a little helmet on the bottom. Ferrite ingots right here, and then exotic chest plate mold empty in here. I'll get to how to make that in a second. I was really random about this. The hybrid chest plate is made by smelting the hybrid chest plate mold full. Now we get to complicated stuff. Hybrid chest plate mold full is made by hydro stuff in a chest plate form, with a hybrid chest plate mold up here in the top middle. And you make the mold by making a chest plate out of black mica chunk with a hydro thing crystal in the top. The exotic chest plate mold is made the same way, but instead of a hydrogen crystal, you use a crystallized fire ingot. Yeah, here's what I was saying, those like sword molds are reused. You smelt them and they turn into a sword. The volcanic sword mold full makes the Dark Sister. Set me back to daytime. Yeah. I went through like a couple days in Minecraft actually doing this. The Stormbringer is made by the Zircon sword full. Sword mold full. The Venom's got that backwards. Crachacola sword mold full makes Venom's bite. Fire Opal sword mold full makes Fire Opal. The Hydro sword mold makes the Sentinel. And now here's for the exotic molds. This is actually the same for the hybrid, but instead of this you use the crystal instead of crystallized fire ingot. So you do basically just make that type of armor, the corresponding type of armor, and for the boots you put it right here in the middle. The chest plate you put it up here on the top, only open place, and exotic leggings, like the mold leggings, you just put it up here on the top. The helmet you put it right here in the middle. Now here's oh yeah, here's how you make the all the full molds. You make the mold empty up here. It's the same thing. Actually, no, it's not. But this is how you make the hydro mold fulls. You make pants, but instead of the middle one, you put an empty mold. Make the helmet. Just make a helmet. Put an empty mold here. Chest plate. Make a chest plate out of this starter. I'm not even gonna say them anymore. And then you put the just empty mold here. Man, I have a dry mouth right now. Wish I had water. Here with the boots, you make boots out of these crystal-y things, and then you put the hybrid boots there. This is exhausting. Could have had a V8. The exotic boots are made just making boots, but then you put exotic boot mold empty with a crystallized fire ingot on top. Exotic helmets made. You make a helmet. And you put 2 crystallized obsidian ingots on the top sides, and then you put crystallized fire ingot in the middle, with the mold empty on the main top middle. Leggings. You make two lines along the sides of crystallized obsidian. Exotic legging mold empty, crystallized fire ingot, and top. And all these blocks, they're basically made by either the ingot or the crystal. If it can't be made to an ingot, then you use the crystal. If it can't be turned into a crystal, you use the ingot, and it makes a block. So much more. This took so much longer to actually fill. Here's the Sagelined. It's reinforced bar with zincite crystals on top. The salve mold is 2 black mica chunks. Empty healing salve is salve mold, glass salve mold, and the whole full healing salve is 2 empty healing salves with volcanic rose liquid. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. If I mess up somewhere here, or I messed up the first time, if I'm messing this up, I'm going to be very upset. Okay, so extreme full healing salve is made by 2 on here. Super full healing salve is made by 2 right here. 2 of these right there. The reinforced bar, like I said I was going to make in a minute, it's really extremely used. 2 black mica chunks in it right here. The reinforced toolbar is 3 right down diagonally in the middle. The ingot mold is just these 2 black mica chunks and then these 2 black mica chunks. And the ingot mold is made to just make a ton of ingots. If it turns into a nugget, it uses that, and you make the ingot. An exception to the dark silver ingot, which you still use the ingot mold, be 2 crystallized obsidian ingots on the sides, and 2 silver ingots on the bottom and top. Man, I'm getting lightheaded. I don't talk this much. Oh my gosh. Now for the erythrite club mold, you do this with black mica chunks. I don't really know how to explain that. And you put dark silver ingots on the corners. Wait. It should be. Correction, use erythrite. I just did that wrong. Sorry. Oh man, I'm getting so lightheaded. I'm gonna pass out. So I completely break everything in my room. Because when I pass out, I just completely fall over and like spaz around in my room for half an hour. Okay, hybrid warhammer. You do the same thing you did with the other thing, but you do hydro crystals instead. And the hybrid Warhammer mold full, you put a fluorite liquid. This actually isn't used. I think it was supposed to be used right here, but mod maker messed up. So hybrid Warhammer mold full. You put the hydrocrushite. I said it. Okay, you put that right there. You put the 2 silver nuggets right here. You put a volcanic rose crystal here, and a fluorite liquid here. So exhausting. You put the erythrite club mold full. You do erythrite ingot, 2 erythrite nuggets, reinforced bar, and erythrite club mold empty. To make the mana blah 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 club, you just smelt the erythrite club mold. To make the hybrid warhammer, you just smelt the hybrid warhammer mold full. And for these battle axes, they're basically the same, so I just did the one. You'd put the corresponding ingot or gem or crystal in the fire opal battle axe case in a hat formation with 2 reinforced bars on the middle thing. Here. Now here's the soul cutter. The reason I didn't put this over here with over there with all the other swords is because it didn't have the word sword in it, so I didn't see it till I was like double checking on my stuff. So you put deathite, which is the end stuff, like the ores you find in the end, in like this formation, the sword formation, and a reinforced bar here. Here's fireproof black wood is this with wood, just making like a little chest without a corner. You put obsidian crystal here and crystallized obsidian here. Okay, and you can do the same with all these. You do the same formation with the wood and the crystallized obsidian, but on the red one you put volcanic rose liquid, white wood, you put hydrocrushite. Yeah, I said it again, I'm so proud. I'm so going to college now because I can do this. For the fireproof wood, no coloring, you just put wood there. The yellow, you put zincite liquid, and on over here. Seriously getting exhausted here. Now, to make the judgment center, you put, I'm not even trying to say it anymore. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. The crystal-y things in the middle, put fool's gold on the bottoms, and you make an ice cream sandwich. And now over here, the judgment handle is strings on the sides and reinforcement bar going. Oh, and the judgment blade is made by the same thing you did with the reinforcement, like reinforcement bars, like going corner to corner, but with obsidian crystals. Sorry, mouth is really dry. Judgment, which is a sword, as you might have guessed by its appearance, is made judgment blade, judgment center, judgment handle. And I don't really know all the statistics of all these weapons, but I'm assuming since it takes all that to make, it's probably a pretty good weapon. But I've been wrong about these things before. One time I got a bunch of dirt and had to make it into a bunch of circles and make something really crappy sword. It was just made of dirt, and I died because I tried to fight a monster, but it didn't work. But I'm lying right now. The Destroyer, which sounds pretty cool, is made silver sword, silver sword, silver sword, and a diamondy thing, with the crystal-y things in the corners and a dark silver sword in the middle. So exhausted. Ice Flame is made by crystallized sapphire ingots. Those are made by crystallized sapphire ore. And you put a reinforced bar right here. And you get the chest. Now the fairy queen. There's not one thing. Oh wait, actually I think that's queen spelled right. No, it's not. I don't know. I don't think it is. The fairy queen is made by fairy ingots like this, and reinforced bar here. Actually, the word "the" is spelled correctly. I'm not sure. And the last recipe of this mod is the obsidian crystal. It's made differently. You smelt obsidian. And we've done this all. And, you know what? I'm a little tired from it all, to be honest. So, where is it? Where's my bed? I'm like seriously tired, guys. Over 3,000! That's actually nowhere near nighttime. Okay, now I can sleep. Okay, guys. Well, I'm thinking about adding this into the Let's Play. Ah, that was a nice night's sleep. I'm fully refreshed. Thinking about adding this into the Let's Play. Leaving a comment, or just like the video. Okay. If I can get, if this video, no, I'm not gonna say that because I'm not gonna get anywhere near that many. But yeah. So just if you want me to use this in, what is up with all these weird lighting glitches? Okay. If you want me to use this in the Let's Play, I know it's compatible, so it'll work. Leave a comment down below. Down there. If you can see my mouse, I'm not sure if you can. So yeah, that's about it for now, guys. This has been the I'm just to make it sound like I don't know what I was talking about. This has been the TheMadCrafter's Ores Galores by TheMadCrafter. Reviewed by me, ex-holiday killer, the beautiful, sexy person that you would love to meet, but I live in a secluded island in the desert. Wait, that didn't make any sense. Just ignore I said that. No, just think about it. It's true. I live in a secluded island in the desert. Yeah, anyways, ex-holiday killer. Peace in, peace out. See you later.